Hey dude, how are you? It's Casey and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Casey. I am a skincare and makeup enthusiast. I am not a specialist in either of these fields. My goal here is just to have fun, to learn new things and to try new things, whatever you guys want me to. And with that being said, if you want to join, please subscribe and we'll get into the video now. Today I am talking about the two different types of exfoliators. Number one being a physical exfoliator and number two being a chemical exfoliator. These do have subcategories within them that I will be talking about, but I won't be going too in detail because, I don't want to be here for an hour like I was last time. I am going to link all of my own sources that I found in the description box down below. So if you are interested in doing even more research or just fact checking or anything, then please follow those links and you'll find where I got all of my information from. Before I actually start talking about the exfoliators, I just want to touch on briefly why you should exfoliate. So our outer skin layers are replaced every 50 days. And that means that millions and millions of dead skin cells are shed from the topmost layer every day. This is what is called desquamation. And don't worry, I had no idea what that word meant before this either. Simply, it's just known as skin peeling. So a lot of things can actually interfere with this natural process, like hormones, the environment, aging, so on and so forth. And this can actually lead to acne, clogged pores, dull looking skin, etc. By exfoliating, you're just helping that natural process move along. If you find that exfoliation, either physical or chemical, isn't working for you or you think it's damaging your skin, then I do recommend you see a dermatologist just to get their opinion. Dermatologists can perform stronger skin exfoliations if need be. If they don't think you need these stronger, harsher exfoliation treatments, then listen to them. Don't go home and make your own DIY exfoliation treatment. This could potentially harm and damage your skin. Okay, so now we're going straight into physical exfoliators. There are a few different types of physical exfoliators. The main one that a lot of people use are physical scrubs. Some other types include face cloths, face brushes, razors, and microdermabrasion. There's plenty of others, but those are kind of the general idea of what a physical exfoliator is. In terms of microdermabrasion, again, that is a professional treatment. Please don't go and try buying your own tools off eBay or anything. Seek professional help first. So in short, anything with a texture on it is an exfoliator. Now, not all physical exfoliators are bad. It's just that they are so easy to overuse on your skin. I found a quote from a dermatologist called Neil Schultz, and they said, "People use physical exfoliators for too long and they press too hard and then they exfoliate their skin away. That's like giving yourself a first or second degree burn. People make the mistake of thinking that if a little is good, then more is better." So you can actually cause the blood vessels under your skin to break if you rub too hard on your skin, and then this in turn can actually lead to long-term damage. So if you are still going to use a physical exfoliator after this, then please just follow the directions of what it says on the packaging and just be careful and gentle and mindful of your skin. Now, I'm not a huge fan of physical exfoliators, but my main issue is with facial scrubs. So depending on the particle size and shape in a specific scrub, if they are large and irregularly shaped, then they can actually cause micro tears to your skin, which could potentially lead to serious damage. These micro tears can make your skin prone to dry, flaky patches, redness, weakening the skin's barrier, and even causing sensitivity. With repeated misuse, you can cause the skin to lose the ability to restore itself. Some ingredients you should definitely avoid if you're going to use a facial scrub are ground up shells, so like walnuts, fruit pits, or volcanic rocks. Now, the best way to tell if a face scrub is going to be gentle isn't so much the ingredients used, but so much the particle size and shape. Now, an ideal size for a particle shape is round and smooth, so no sharp edges whatsoever around it. A question you can ask yourself is this particle size consistent throughout the entire scrub, and does it feel grainy at all? You want to be able to barely feel any grain at all in a good facial scrub. Ultimately, the best way to try all of these things is to just try it out on the back of your hand. Just do a patch test first and just make sure that it is a particle size that you are happy with. If it's a bit coarser than you'd like, but that's all you can afford or that's all you have, just be very gentle with where you're applying it on your face. However, it is better to just not use an exfoliant at all if that's your only available exfoliant than to potentially damage your skin. Now, you can check the ingredients if a scrub is going to be good or not, and that leads me into talking about these things called microbeads. Now, these microbeads have actually been banned in some US states and are actually starting to be phased out of most Western and some European countries. And they're being phased out because they're actually an environmental pollutant. You're probably asking, what the hell are they? Well, they are little round beads made of plastic. This means that they were super cheap to produce. They are budget friendly to pretty much everyone. They were a very smooth shape and they were actually very gentle on the skin. However, like I said before, they were plastic. And it was actually found that they had made their way into sewage systems and waterways where the toxin from the environment, like pesticides, would actually latch onto these bits of plastic. So if any aquatic animals were to ingest these microplastic beads, those toxins would actually be released into that aquatic animal's body, potentially causing serious damage and harm. Now, microbeads will show up on ingredients lists not just as microbeads if you're looking to avoid them. So they actually come up under polyethylene, polypropylene, nylon 6, nylon 11, and polymethyl methacrylate. Oh my god, those were a mouthful. There is a website that I will be putting into the description box down below where you will be able to find microbead free products within your country, as there are a lot of replacements available now. Some of the most popular replacements to the microbeads are jojoba beads. They are translucent white beads that are very popular in natural products. Now, these jojoba beads are chemically processed jojoba oil, and they are found on the ingredients list listed as hydrogenated jojoba oil and jojoba esters. Now, another alternative facial scrub ingredient are sugars and salts. Salt and sugar are crystals that melt in water, which makes it a favorite for a lot of people, as it doesn't really feel like you're overdoing it, because the more you work it into the skin, the more it dissolves away, because the more water you add to it, it does dissolve away. You do still need to be careful though, because the harshness of the scrub correlates to the size of the grain, and you can get really thick looking sugar grains, or sugar crystals, I think is a better word there. And because each of the crystals are a different size, you have no idea how hard you're scrubbing in certain areas, and it's kind of hard to know when you should really stop scrubbing. So when in doubt, just be gentle and read reviews of the products that you're interested in. Now, if you have sensitive or irritated skin, I do not recommend using a physical exfoliant. So easily can it go wrong. I now am going to be talking about chemical exfoliators, which I think you'll like more. With that being said, we'll move on to chemical exfoliators now. Most chemical exfoliators are actually more gentle than facial scrubs. And these chemical exfoliators actually work a lot better when they are left on the face and not washed away like you would within a cleanser or in an exfoliator. And I know that sounds really confusing, and we'll get to that soon. Now, there are 4 main types of chemical exfoliators: AHAs, BHAs, PHAs, and enzymes. All 4 of these are incredibly similar to each other, but they do have some differences, as there are some that target certain things that others cannot. And so with that, we'll start with AHAs. Now, AHA stands for alpha hydroxy acid. Try saying that 10 times fast. They are water-soluble acids that are usually made from sugary fruits. However, there are some that come from animal-based acids, and there are 7 of these acids that are commonly used. There's citric acid, taken from citrus fruit, glycolic acid, taken from sugarcane, hydroxycaproic acid, taken from royal jelly, hydroxycaprylic acid, taken from animals, lactic acid, which is taken from lactose or other carbohydrates, malic acid, which is taken from fruits, and tartaric acid or tartaric acid taken from grapes. Out of these 7, lactic and glycolic acid are the most well researched. So that means that these 2 are the most promising in terms of results. Now, what do AHAs do? Well, they help peel away the skin. And I know that sounds terrifying because it kind of is, but they peel away the surface of the skin, the surface layer. And so this allows for new, evenly pigmented skin cells to generate and take their place. After using an AHA, you may notice that your skin is smoother. And so generally AHAs are really good for people with dry or sun damaged skin. Now we're moving on to BHAs, and BHA stands for beta hydroxy acid. Now BHAs are oil soluble, and so then this means that they can penetrate into the pores of your skin. They can exfoliate the surface layer of the skin like an AHA can, but they can also go into the pores to unclog them, get rid of dirt, any excess oil and dead skin. Now, salicylic acid is the main beta hydroxy acid that you will find in skincare products. What we're saying is that a BHA is slightly better than an AHA here in terms of what they can do. However, an AHA, the alpha hydroxy acid that we talked about first, is a humectant. So this can actually help moisturize the skin. So that's why it's good for dry skin. A BHA is not a humectant, so it will not help you moisturize your skin. A BHA, however, does have anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. So the skin types that would benefit from using a BHA would be oily and acne-prone skin. Next up, we have PHAs, also known as polyhydroxy acid. The most common PHAs are glucolonactone, galactose, and lactobionic acid. And why do all of those sound like Transformers though, or Pokemon? What is going on? PHAs are very similar to AHAs in the terms of that they help exfoliate and break down the top layer surface of the skin, removing any dead skin cells, which leaves the skin having a smoother texture and feel. Now, the differences between an AHA and a PHA are in their molecular structure. And yes, we are having a very quick science lesson. The molecules of a PHA are much larger than that of an AHA. And so what this means simply is that a PHA cannot penetrate into the skin as deeply as an AHA or even a BHA. PHAs only work on the surface of the skin, and the good thing about that is that they offer less irritation than that of an AHA or BHA, as it can't get into your pores. And because of that, it can't disturb any of the deeper, delicate layers of skin. Now, because of these things, a PHA is great for all skin types, especially if you tend to have quite sensitive skin. PHAs are also humectants, like AHAs, meaning that they help moisturize the skin. So they are also really good for dry skin type. A dermatologist from New York City called Patricia Wexler told Allure that they encourage patients with dry, itchy skin, eczema, or atopic rosacea to try PHAs to help smooth and retexturize skin without irritation. Now, last but not least, we have enzymes. In terms of skincare and specifically exfoliation, enzymes have not had as much research around them as AHAs, BHAs, or PHAs. However, that doesn't mean that there's no research behind them at all. If you're going to use an enzyme, I just highly suggest doing your own research. Now, with that being said, certain enzymes do have exfoliating properties. The most popular being papain from papaya, bromelain from pineapple, and keratinase from bacteria. I'm sorry, I know I butchered all of those names. So theoretically, the point of enzyme exfoliants is that molecularly they are quite large, like PHAs, and so they don't penetrate so far into the skin. Therefore, the amount of irritation is very limited. Now, I'm not going to recommend a skin type for enzymes purely because there just isn't enough research behind it, and I wouldn't feel good recommending something that hasn't been scientifically proven to be the big success that we hope it is. Now, that's not to say that you can't try one though. I'm definitely going to try one because they sound pretty cool to me. What I do recommend is that you please follow the instructions on what you are using. And if possible, please do a patch test first. I don't want to scare you into not trying something just because there isn't a whole lot of research around it. There's multiple things out there, especially in skincare, that don't have a whole lot of research around it, but we still use them. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer because I can't come on here saying, yes, this is absolutely fine, here's the skin types that can use it, when it's not even been fully researched as much as an AHA or BHA. All I want from you is to just be safe when using this product, as you would with anything though that you're introducing into your skincare routine. And so those were the two main types of exfoliators that you can use on your face. The first being physical and the second being chemical. My personal favorite are chemical exfoliators. I've got a whole bunch on my shelf back here. That's not all exfoliators, by the way, but I do have a whole bunch back there that I like to change up every now and again. I'll use an exfoliator every second or third day. I don't need to use them every day. You can use exfoliators every day, but just follow the instructions, and it depends on your skin type. So just listen to what your skin is saying. I hope this video has been helpful or informative for you, and if not, then hopefully it was at least somewhat entertaining for you. If you have any questions for me or any ideas for future videos, then please let me know in the comments down below, or you can reach out to me on Twitter. I genuinely hope you found what you were looking for today in this video. And so with that being said, I would like to say thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, dude.